They'll be calling you a radical. So the Kobe Bryant tribute is going. Lillard's there. I got a hunch he's on fire lately. He's going to have a huge one. Kyrie Irving had a big one tonight at Brooklyn, right next to my daughter's house. Why is this so important? And people can go off on it. Kobe Bryant didn't choose to be this cultural icon. He's represent. That was the cultural icon. Now stay with me. Kobe, my granddaughter's named Gigi. It was her birthday, the 26th. She lives right close to the Barclays Center. Her mother, my oldest child, was made this night. The night he was killed. Monday Night Football. Sports icon. Was he an icon? I'm not comparing one to the other. They're representative of the collective Americana that we are. We're socialists when he died. Kobe Bryant was born this year. The average American athlete made less than 4 times the average American working class. The average CEO made less than 4 times. The country had no debt. Announced by Howard Cosell on Monday Night Football. How do I know my daughter was conceived that night? Gigi's mama. It's the only time I slept with her mother. You don't think that was a giant cultural event? Let's see halftime of every radio station the next Sunday, similar to this, in 1980. Country, Western, rock and roll, blues, R&B, all played Imagine. He was the, did you think he wanted to be the thumbprint, the representative of a cultural America? We were socialists. Peace. The wars were over. There was Kobe Bryant, the average athlete makes thousands of times the worship of the athlete. We have 24 trillion in rolling fucking debt. Poverty all over. The worshiping. Why does he wear number 24? I thought he wore 8. A business. Kobe Bryant's net worth was close to $1 billion, just like Damien's is. I know Damien. And nobody pushed for Damien harder than I did. You don't believe me? You go ask Randy Ray at Weber State. Go ask Randy. He says, you're the first one that started talking Lillard's going to play in the NBA. Just like I do Jerry Carding up there now. Kobe Bryant chased money. He chased money. He chased money. He always chased money. They're switching from number 8. He was a numerologist. Now stay with me. My oldest girl's born that night. Conceived that night. Had a wife and kid in Ogden, Utah, Jack. I went up for a drive and I decided to go back. My granddaughter, her child's name, Gigi, Giovanna. She's married to an Italian basketball player. Kobe in Italy. I'm a big number guy. I'm a big believer, so is Kobe. Kobe said that he wore 8 because 1, 3, 4. Oh, well, he wore 33 in high school, right? Well, you're not going to wear 33. Oh, that's the Mason number, the Masonic number? No, that's the greatest player in basketball history, bar none. That Laker, that Milwaukee Buck, that Bruin, that Power Memorial, that'd be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Has nothing to do with like of basketball, like of music, like of him, like of Kobe. Has nothing to do with them, what I'm talking about. Talk about cultural iconic, that 40-year cycle. We had no debt. Increasing nominal wages from 1945 to 1980. Decreasing nominal wages from 1980 to present every single year. Reeling debt. More consumption. We've broke the consumption record every single year since Seafringer. We're consuming 45% of the world's product. We've consumed less than 12. We broke it every year. The poverty at your feet. I got a hunch Lillard's going to go crazy tonight. You know, he's worth $1 billion. You know, his shoes. I went into the bone marrow transplant center on 11/11/11. Kobe Bryant says I wore 8 because 1, 3, 4 equaled 8. He's also said, Kobe Bryant, this is a quote from Kobe Bryant. I know a friend that used to work at Weber that's a trainer that was with Kobe every day. One of the trainers. He says, Kobe used to say, it's incredible how sport will tell these incredible stories of culture. He knew it. He was like, here's the one thing that I'm not a Kobe Bryant fan per se. I'm not. I like sport, whatever, but here's the thing. I will say, don't you, these blah blah, I hate radio freaking. I like radio, but I hate radio talk. I hate these fuckheads. One, 3, 4, he said. I wear 8. 3 8's 24. I went to the bone marrow cuts on 11, 11, 11. He's a cultural icon. He said, fuck the NCAA. Now think about how controversial that was when he did it. I hate the fucking NCAA. That's my whole gig. That's why I got fired at the fucking university for a non-paying job. For going at the NCAA. I hate the fucking NCAA. Kobe Bryant stood up to the machine. Not because he thought he was good enough. He wasn't good enough. And he knew it as a 17, 18-year-old. He rolled the bench the second year, 6th man of the year. He should have been. He wasn't. Should have been. He didn't start, you know. It's cultural. He's the thumbprint culture. It has nothing to do with you like him or fucking, oh, he fucked up here. We all fuck up. So did he. What was his song, Woman? My life's in your hands. We went from hard hats to fucking crowns. There's grieving councils at the game tonight. This is the worship of someone that no one you've ever met. Because they're that culturally gigantic. My daughter was born. I graduated high school in 78 when he was born, Kobe. His mom from Philly was conceived that night. I'll never forget that fucking night. I'll never forget where I was. I'll never forget. Her little girl, my granddaughter's named Gigi, Giovanni. It was her birthday. It's gigantic culturally. Hopefully this is the end to this crownism. King James from Wesley Unseld and hard hats, the average American athlete, NBA player, Jack Sigma, you know. Oh, he was driven. He was obsessed. He said, fuck the NBA. He said, fuck the NBA. Excuse me, the NCAA, my bad. The NCAA. He says, who the fuck do they think they are going to capture me and force me to play? No, you got to realize nobody done that for, I think, 20. He's the only drafted out of high school guard to ever play in the NBA. Ever. His best game, his 81-point game? Oh, no. You know, his 50-point playoff game? No, no. Kyrie Irving had 53 tonight. I think he missed 2, 3, 4 shots the whole game in Brooklyn, where my little Gigi lives. He was driven. He said, fuck them. They threatened to sue him. They threatened all kinds of stuff on him. David Stern fixed games. We know that. Fucking Donahue went to prison during this fucking era. Fucking the salaries went insane. $billion-dollar, fucking multi-billion-dollar franchises. Tickets go from $12 fucking dollars. I had my first ticket stuff from the first Jazz playoff game in history. They won the division. Courtside. $12 fucking dollars. That same ticket cost you fucking $4,000 or $5,000. A beer's $15. They were $1 in 1978. Where's your fucking crown? His best game was the Olympic gold medal game. They lose that fucking game without him. I remember I stayed up late to listen to it on the radio. Because I don't watch TV. I like to listen to Puritans on the radio. Hot Rod fucking Hundley. He learned from Chuck Ernst. Hot Rod Hundley was the great from the parking lot. Fucking. He learned from Chuck Ernst. It's iconic. It has nothing to do with it. You like Kobe Bryant or you like this guy. I love this guy. I'm not a fan of Kobe Bryant per se. But it is what it is. It's a fucking tragedy. He's representative of the collective fucking, not conscious, the collective unconscious, the collective ism, whatever Americanism is turned into in 40 fucking years. No debt, average player making 3-4 times. Now they make fucking 10 million fucking, and the worship. We didn't worship players then. It's actually fucking disturbing as fucking hell. The worshiping of someone you've never met, billionaires. His net worth was close to $1 billion fucking dollars. Where's your fucking crown? Tragedy? Oh fuck yeah. 41-year-old man fucking dies. 13-year-old young aspiring women, coach, family members, helicopter pilot that took way too much risk. But the one thing I do respect about him was, like him, they have one thing in common. They did stand up to the per se machine. He stood up to the record machine, whatever. That's why Sir Paul fucking hated him. Michael Jackson fucking showed that way. We've seen what happened. Prince, we've seen what happened fucking to that. How about this guy? Kobe Bryant's wife's Mexican. That daughter was half Mexican. The butterfly, the modified butterfly, is free to fly. You know, he was found in a wishing well, murdered this week. The guy who stood up to the machine in fucking Mexico on the Great Migration. Being an environmentalist, no one gives a fuck. They found his body murdered, young, in a fucking wishing well. No one gives a fuck. My fishing pole with my cello. Grieving counselors there. Watch people break down. I know Damien. I talked to him this year with his bodyguards. The worship, the bling, the fucking crownism that we've turned into this country is fucking disgusting. How much cost? You can take the kids. My two grandsons are fantastic athletes. I mean, they're phenomenal athletes. They want to go to games. What are you gonna do? Save up for fucking 2 months, your whole paycheck to take the family to a fucking NBA? Fuck, what a fucking joke. We'll turn it off there because I don't want to listen to these blah, blah, blah pieces of fucking shit. I hate these guys. I turn it on, so I want to listen. Nothing worse than talk radio. Fucks. It matters. Imagine that. Part of the Kobe Bryant tribute that they showed the video tribute that was going on. That was the one. Front of the parking lot.